Take a deep breath. Listen closely. I know why you're here. You feel like you're losing someone who once felt so deeply connected to you. Maybe it happened overnight. Maybe it was so slow, so subtle that you barely noticed, until suddenly she was distant, cold, slipping away, and now your mind won't stop racing. What did I do wrong? How do I fix this? I get it. It's frustrating. It's painful. But here's the hard truth. Chasing her, over-explaining, trying to convince her to stay, it won't work. Because attraction isn't about words. It's about energy. And right now, the more you push, the more she pulls away. So today, we're flipping the script. Not by chasing her, but by shifting you. By changing the way you think, act, and carry yourself. Because when you do that, she won't just notice, she'll feel it. And that's when everything changes. Let's dive in. Point 1. Why has she pulled away in the first place? Let's be real. You feel her slipping away, and it's eating at you. One moment, she was all in. She was texting first, making plans, laughing at your jokes. You felt that effortless connection, that spark. But then, something changed. She started taking longer to reply. Her texts became shorter, less engaged. When you were together, she seemed distracted, almost like she wasn't there with you anymore. Maybe she even started cancelling plans, giving vague excuses that didn't add up. And now you're stuck in your head, replaying every moment, over-analyzing every conversation. Did I say something wrong? Did she meet someone else? How do I fix this before she's gone for good? I get it. It's confusing. It's painful. But here's the truth. Women don't just wake up one day and suddenly lose attraction. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's almost never random. See, in the beginning, you had your own life. You weren't trying to win her over or prove your worth. You were simply being you, confident, independent, focused on your own goals. And that energy, that's what drew her in. She felt lucky to have your attention because she had to earn it. But as time went on, something shifted. Maybe you started prioritizing her too much. You texted her more often, checked in constantly, rearranged your schedule to fit hers. You started making her the center of your world instead of staying grounded in your own. And slowly, you stopped being the guy she was drawn to in the first place. Think about it like your favorite song. When you first hear it, it's exciting. You can't get enough of it. But if you play it non-stop, every single day, over and over again, eventually you get tired of it. Not because the song got worse, but because there's no space to miss it. That's what happened here. She didn't lose interest. She lost the mystery, the excitement, the tension that made her crave you. And now, it's time to get that back. Quick break. The course has been reopened. In one day it will close. Few spots left. For those who cannot afford it, I created a one-to-one chat with me. Choose your package and let's solve the problem you have with your girl together. Don't wait around thinking you have time. You don't. The girl you want, someone else will take her if you don't learn these secrets, and you will be stuck wondering what went wrong. This is your chance to level up and leave your old self behind. This is the last time you'll get it at this price. Next time, it'll cost more. Time's running out. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Point 2. The more you chase, the more she runs. Picture this. You're at a party trying to enjoy yourself, but there's someone who just won't leave you alone. Every few minutes, they're right next to you. Hey, you okay? Are you having fun? Are you sure? Do you need anything? Want to talk? You good? It's suffocating. It doesn't make you feel closer to them. It makes you want to get away as fast as possible. And that's exactly how women feel when a guy starts chasing the moment she pulls away. See, when a woman begins acting distant, texting less, taking longer to respond, cancelling plans, most guys panic. They convince themselves something's wrong. I need to fix this. I need to remind her I exist before she forgets about me. So what do? They text, they double text, they call, they check her social media, watch all her stories, like her posts, maybe even leave a comment just to make their presence known. Some guys take it even further, showing up at places they know she might be, asking mutual friends about her, looking for any excuse to stay on her radar. And all that does, it proves to her that pulling away was the right decision. Because here's the hard truth. Neediness kills attraction. Attraction thrives on excitement, tension, and emotional pull, not on pressure and pursuit. The moment she senses that you need her attention, that you're desperately seeking validation from her, the dynamic shifts. Instead of seeing you as the confident, self-assured guy she was drawn to, she starts seeing you as someone who's dependent on her presence for happiness. And that's a major turnoff. Look, I get it. When someone you care about starts slipping away, the natural instinct is to hold on tighter. You want to fix it, to say the right thing, to somehow bring back what you had. But the irony? The hardest thing to do is actually the right thing to do. If you're in this situation right now, feeling that overwhelming urge to reach out, to check in, to do something, don't. Instead, do nothing. Not as a game, not as manipulation, but because your time, your energy, your presence, they are valuable, and a woman who is genuinely interested in you will never make you feel like you have to chase her. So step back, recenter yourself, and let her feel what it's like not to have you constantly there, because when she realizes you're no longer chasing, that's when everything shifts. Point 3, the power of silence. Let her come to you. Listen, man. If there's one thing you need to understand about attraction, it's this. Women are drawn to uncertainty, not in a manipulative way, but because mystery creates intrigue. It creates tension. It makes her think about you, wonder about you, miss you. Think back to when you first met her. She didn't immediately know where she stood with you. She didn't know exactly how you felt, and that's what made her obsessed. She analyzed your texts. She replayed your words in her head. She wondered if you were thinking about her, and that uncertainty, it made her want you more. But over time, as you became more predictable, always texting first, always available, always there, the mystery started to fade. And with it, the attraction. So now you need to recreate that feeling. That means no chasing. You let her feel your absence. No texting first. You give her space to reach out. No checking her social media. You stop looking for clues about her life. No liking her posts to remind her you exist, because that's exactly what guys who chase do. You disappear, not out of spite, not to play games, but because you have better things to do than sit around waiting for her attention. And here's where the magic happens. One of two things will unfold. Scenario 1, she starts wondering about you. She notices your silence. She feels the gap you left, and suddenly she's asking herself, why isn't he reaching out? Did he lose interest? Is he moving on? That curiosity pulls her back in. The same way you once analyzed her every move, she now starts analyzing yours. And before you know it, she's the one reaching out. Scenario 2, she doesn't come back. And if she doesn't, that's your answer right there. Her interest was already gone. But here's the thing, that's actually a good thing. Because now you're free to focus on women who actually value you instead of wasting energy chasing someone who already checked out. Either way, you win. Because the man who knows his worth, the man who is confident enough to walk away, he never has to chase. He simply lives his life and the right women come to him. Point 4. Become the man. She regrets losing. Here's the cold truth. You don't re-attract her by waiting. You don't sit around hoping she changes her mind. You don't spend nights staring at your phone, wondering if she'll text. You don't waste your days replaying old conversations, trying to figure out what went wrong. You become the man she regrets losing. Think about it like this. If you got fired from a job because you weren't performing well, would you just sit there, praying they rehire you? Number, you'd level up. You'd sharpen your skills. You'd become so valuable that either they want you back or another, better company does. It's the same with women. If she walked away, if she lost interest, if she no longer saw you as the guy she once admired, then you have work to do. Not to impress her, not to prove anything to her, but for you. So here's the game plan. Upgrade yourself. Evolve. The version of you she left, that guy is gone. You step into the next level of who you are. Hit the gym. Let's be real. Attraction is visual. When you look better, you feel better. When you feel better, your confidence skyrockets. And when your confidence skyrockets, she notices. Everyone notices. Find your purpose. Nothing is more attractive than a man who is driven, who has goals, who is focused, who is building something bigger than himself. When she sees you hustling, thriving, pushing forward without needing her, that's when she really starts paying attention. Expand your social life. You think she doesn't check your stories? You think she doesn't notice when you're out laughing, enjoying life without her? Trust me, she does. When she sees you out winning, surrounded by friends, new experiences, new people, it makes her second guess leaving. And here's the best part. By the time she finally reaches out, she's not getting the same guy she walked away from. She's getting a new version of you. One she's curious about again, one she wants to chase, and that's when the tables turn. Point 5. What to do if she reaches out all right. Let's say you did everything right. You pulled back, you focused on yourself, you leveled up, you became better, stronger, more confident, and just when you least expect it, boom, she texts you. Hey, how have you been? Now, most guys in this moment make a critical mistake. They get excited, they respond in seconds, they drop everything. They hit her with a long message, full of emotions, telling her how much they've missed her. Don't do that. Instead, you stay cool. You don't instantly reply like you've been waiting for this moment. Give it some time, an hour, maybe more. You're busy, you have a life, and when you do reply, keep it casual. No deep emotions. No, I've missed you so much. No over-explaining, just light, fun energy, like you're texting an old friend, not your long-lost soulmate. And if she's responsive, you don't waste time with endless texting. You set a date. You lead. You make real plans. Because attraction isn't built through texting, it's built in person. And if she agrees to meet, you treat it like a first date. No deep talks about what went wrong. No bringing up the past. No desperate energy. Just fun, confident, unbothered. Because that's the guy she was drawn to in the first place. That's the guy she's curious about again. That's the guy she wants. Point 6. If she doesn't reach out, move on. Here's the final piece. Sometimes she's gone for good. And if that's the case, you have to accept it. Because the truth is, re-attracting her was never the real goal. The real goal? Becoming a man who never has to chase. A man who is too focused, too ambitious, too busy living an amazing life to sit around waiting for one woman's attention. And when you become that guy, the right women won't leave in the first place. The wrong ones won't even matter. So if you're in this situation right now, if she's pulled away, gone cold, or even moved on, don't react, don't chase, don't beg. Instead, step back, focus on you. Let her be the one who wonders if she made a mistake. Because at the end of the day, the best way to re-attract her is to become a man she wants to chase. Hope that helps, my man. See you in the next one.